How's it going, everybody? My name is Dr. Clutch here at Clutch Trading, here to guide you through all things option trading. Today, I'm going to be taking you through ThinkorSwim, showing you some beginner things and more advanced things to guide you along your trading journey to make it easy for you. Also setting up some indicators that I personally use in my trading journey. So follow along, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so that you always stay tuned in for new news that I bring to you. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And we're going to just take off right from the beginning. So if we stare right in the front, when we first join in, we're going to see that we're on default screen right here, right? This is what everybody's charts are going to look like right from the beginning, but we want to switch that up. We want to make these things look pretty. We want to customize it a little bit. So if you look at the bottom of the description underneath this actual video, you'll find that I have a link to a Google Docs where you can actually come and copy these links that I have for you. And these links are going to allow you to add some very cool custom indicators that I personally use every single day. So if you come to the top right corner, after you have that copied, you're going to see setup, click on setup, and then open shared items, paste that in, preview, and it's going to tell you invalid, but it's only invalid because of that period right there. So just to make this really nice and pretty, I actually delete everything, just have it be Strat and add that in. It's going to say, congratulations, you just added that in, super successful. We're going to go ahead and we're going to skip right to the next one, add in time frame continuity. Copy that one, come back over here and do the same thing. Top right corner, set up, paste that in, preview. This one's gonna look really nasty. Delete all that. And remember, it's time frame continuity. I'm just gonna do TFC to keep it really short and simple. Add that in, congratulations, you've added that successfully. And the very last one for the indicator parts that we're gonna be adding is the ultimate moving average. And this is really cool. So right back to ThinkorSwim, setup, open shared items, preview. It's going to look really jumbled. I'm going to just do UMA for ultimate moving average and import those. Now, none of that showed up on the chart because we actually have to add it to the chart. So if we come to studies right here in this blue bar section, I can hit studies. And the easiest way to do this is to go to edit studies and you'll see it's all blank right here. Now, if we do one at a time, we'll go Strat and you see it pops up right here. If you double click it, it should add it right over. There we go. Oh, you got to double click the actual script. All right, so the Strat, we added right over. UMA, we're going to add that right over. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I guess maybe don't click the script, just click on the name. So it adds that right over to the lower time frame. And from here, we're going to do the TFC, which is our time frame continuity. Now, this one's a bit tricky because time frame continuity, you actually need to add this in 8 times. So the reason why you added it in 8 times is because you want to have it for the minute, the 5-minute, the 15-minute, the 30-minute, the 60-minute, the day, week, and monthly. So you want to make sure you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them ready to go. And then one at a time in order, you need to actually come to the settings bar right here, this little gear, and change it in order from the 1 minute, and then proceed to change it one at a time from 1 minute to 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, and so on. And the reason why you do this is because you want to make sure that you're trading with where time frame is actually moving. And I said that one is 30-minute and needs to actually be 15. Remember, you want to keep these in order. Otherwise, they will be out of order on your screen. So you want to trade in the direction of the time frame continuity, meaning that if you see all of these are red, then you want to, be doing puts. If you see all of these that are green, then that tells you want to be doing calls if you are option trading. So we have minute, 5-minute, 15, 30, hour, day. Then we need to do week. So make sure to skip day because you want to leave the day right there in order. So day, week, and then the last one is month. Okay. And now we have all of these in here. We're going to hit apply. Okay. Now, boom, a whole bunch of stuff just popped up, right? These 3 things popped up here, the day, week, the month. This is because it is bearish for the month as well as the week, but it was bullish for the day. And if we zoom in on our time frames, come all the way down to the 1 minute, we'll be able to see that it tells us with everything going on here. It's a doji candle on the minute, and we're in the futures right now, respectively. It is 2:28 a.m. 5-minute, we're bullish. The 15-minute, the 30-minute, the 60-minute are bearish. So you want to be able to trade when all of these are the same colors. That's a really smart way to do it, and why the indicators are there for you. So we'll come out, zoom back out into here, and we see that we have basically 2 volume bars now, right? But we don't want 2 volume bars. So let's go ahead and get rid of this one. How do we do that? Well, we're going to spend a little time in here, the style section. So come to style, come to settings. And for that, we're actually going to go right to equities, volume, and then uncheck that, apply, and you'll see that it makes that disappear. So now you don't have to worry about that anymore popping up on your charts. We can just see our MACD now and everything else. Now, little fun tip, if you grab this axis over here on the side by the numbers, you can actually change the way that it looks, I guess, and be able to see more in it. If you are zoomed into anything on the screen and you want to be able to zoom out really quickly, just double click anywhere on the screen. As long as you are in the pointer or the actual hand, you'll be able to zoom out anywhere on the screen. Now you might be saying, Dylan, how are you making that thing pop up? Well, I'm accessing my drawing tools in 3 different ways. You can come right here to the top, access your drawing tools, and then, select them right here through the shift down. But you can also come right here to the bottom and access it by clicking that. It's a little bit faster. Or you can click the middle of your scrolling wheel right here. And by clicking that, anywhere on the chart, they will pop up to give you easy access on how to do things. Now, we'll come to that just in a second. Let's go back to style, go to settings. One thing that I like to do personally, and you will find that traders do this differently, but I like to snap my drawings to the open, high, low, and close, OHLC. I'll hit apply on that. And then if I come to appearances, I like to fill my green bars in, make them all green. Now you'll notice that white candles are dojis. The red candles are the ones that are, bearish. And now green is this. You can change the color to anything you want. However, I like to just keep mine simple. The other thing is the snap crosshairs too. Now you see when I'm moving my crosshairs, it's kind of going everywhere, like really smoothly. I like to snap my crosshairs to the open, high, low, and close. You'll see how it moves them really quick. Boom, I'm at the top of the wick. Boom, I'm at the body, the wick, body, wick. I like that because when I'm using my price action and I'm trying to actually get the exact price, this makes it very, 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 very quick for me. And I really, really like that. So when I hit apply, you'll see that now we have the filled in colors. We have our beautiful strat numbers everywhere. And we're going to add just a few more things. So we have our UMA down here, ultimate moving average. But if we come to studies, edit studies, a few other things that I like to add in are the RSI. Remember, come down and check that it's here. And the MACD. And I actually like my RSI to be under my MACD. So I'm going to close that and then re-add it in again. I'll hit apply on those and then boom, you'll see that they popped up. I have my ultimate moving average, my MACD, and my RSI. And we'll go over in another time what these things actually do. Just to give you some tips, you can actually drag these and move the size of them if you'd like to, make them larger or smaller. And you can do that on all of them, not just the top one. You can do it to the MACD. You can do it to the RSI as well. And just like playing with the axis over here, you can play with the axis on these if you'd like. Not really that there is ever a time that you will need to. I typically like to keep these as small as possible while I'm doing my charts and then look at them for any sort of extra references if I need that. Now, a cool little helpful tip that I recommend is, check this out. We're on the 30-minute time frame, right? Now, let's say I zoom in to these charts, right? And I'm looking at this reversal happening right here. And I say, hey, I want to actually see what this reversal looks like on the 5-minute chart. Boom, I lost it. I'm all the way out now, right? Well, there is an actual way to fix this. So if you go to style, settings, and then you come to time access, right here, scale, keep time zoom, click that, apply that, and now you'll notice that right here, let's check this out. So I'm really zoomed in right here, right? But now I want to see what it looks like on the 1 minute. Well, it's going to keep me zoomed into the same area. I'm not going to have to worry about anything. I'm still here. Now I can zoom out if I want to. If you want to zoom out just a little bit, if you look at the very bottom right here, you have a zoom in and zoom out feature. So you can zoom out as much as you'd like. We'll see we're caught in the futures right now, but boom. We can adjust our axis, hit this middle, come over here and start focusing on some different things. So that is one thing that I really like to do. Another thing that I really like to do is in the style, come to settings, and then I think it is in time access, or is it price access? Let's see. Oh, yes, you want to add a time frame. Here we go. Favorite time frames, add a time frame. You want to add in the month, because there is no month here. So when you added a month, boom, you got the monthly time frames right here. That's really, really, really helpful. You can edit that in and to have it be 3 years to match with the week if you'd like. And then that'll give you 3 years of data, but showing it on the monthly time frame. So to give you a look at that, now we can see that the month is added in here. And then boom, this is what it looks like for the last long time on the monthly chart. Zoom in from there. Let's see, is there anything else that I may have missed? Let's see. Oh, yes, very important actually. Where are the application settings? Here we go. So if we come to setup, application settings, order default, which is going to be at the top, is something that you really want to, my Zoom thing keeps popping up. There we go. So you go to order default, and then you come to options. You can actually change like your default and like how many contracts that you're ordering at a time. If you have a bigger account, you want to make sure you're ordering 10 at a time. That's going to be a really easy way to do it. You can actually set your actual default order type. If you always want to do stop limits, or if you always want to do market, you can change that as well. And general, let's see, system. You want to make sure that your quote speed is set to real time, no delay. Yours might be set to max delay at 3 seconds. So make sure that it is set to real time, no delay. That way you are getting accurate things in time. Other than that, let's see, not sure there's anything else in here really. Yeah, I think that's it. System, yeah. All right, so that is all I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed it, got a kick out of everything. Oh, actually, one last thing. There's one last thing. You can change your color scheme here. I always have that as dark. Display, nothing really in here that you want to change too much, but let's apply the settings that I did set and then come to style, settings, appearance, and the background. If you want more of an actual black background, because that one's gray, you can come here and do that and apply, and that'll change it to an actual black background, which I personally like very much so. And then other than that, you'll notice that whenever you want to create a second window open, and to show you a cool tip with this, see this one is SPY. I'm gonna link it to the number 1 right now. And then instead of having to come in here and type in SPY or whatever ticker I'm looking at, I can change it to 1 and it'll pop up. But if you look, none of my studies are there anymore. So that's a huge, huge, huge bummer, right? So let's go ahead and get rid of that one. And we're gonna come here. And if we come to the settings right here on the chart, then we can actually save this as a default. Oh, here we go, set chart default. So if we do set chart default right in here in the drop-down menu, it's gonna ask us to confirm and we'll say yes. And then when I come over here and open up a second window, check out my number 1, I'll see that all of my indicators are still in here the same, all the way down from the top to the bottom. Now there is one more thing that I want to add to this that I realize that I'm missing, because I normally have it on my charts. And then I think that that'll wrap it up. So the thing that I'd like to add, and we'll do it by actually just doing the studies and editing the studies. You're already familiar with this at this point, but I use it, it's called the parabolic SAR. So right here, you'll add that. Let's make sure that it actually went in. I don't see it. There it goes. So we'll apply that, and there it is. But I want to edit the study. So by right-clicking it on here, you'll like, what are these little dots? These little dots give us a lot of information. I change them to triangles because I like the way it looks more aesthetically. And you'll notice that it'll indicate sort of a flip. Whenever it's underneath and it catches up to the bullish market and touches it, it usually flips and becomes a bearish market. Zoom out. Remember, you can double click anywhere on the charts in order to do that. We're on the month time frame, so let's go ahead and move into the week and have a little bit more data, and you'll see a good indication right here. So it's catching up to it in a bullish market, touches it, then it flips, becomes a bearish market over here, finally touches it again, and then flips again. So this is a great indicator of when flips are happening. Let's see, I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything for you guys. Yeah, scale time, chart setting default. Yeah, I think that that's it now. Oh, the toolbar. So if we come to style, settings, this is actually really important. I'm sorry I didn't show you this earlier. My tools right here. We're going to do it on each chart and then apply. And then if you notice, this toolbar just popped up right here. Now you can unpin it and then it will go away as you're moving along your screen. You can drag your mouse up and then pin it again once it's locked in. And these are 4 that I really like to have in here. You can add anything you want. So, you can add a study set, drawing tools in here, whatever those drawing tools might be. You can add a style in here for whatever style you might have already saved. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to now set my chart as default, because what that's going to do is that's going to set in the toolbar, my parabolic SAR, RSI, and everything else with the strat numbers, so that when I actually open up a second window, have that look exactly the same. Everything is added now. I don't have to worry about doing a thing. Even if I add a third one, and then I want to see that third one on a different time frame, it's all still there for me. It's all still there. I don't have to worry about anything being missing and having to click a bunch of buttons to add that stuff in again. Now, why exactly did I do the open, high, low, and close? Well, to kind of show you what some of these tools do, this pointer right here is going to allow you to move along the actual chart. Now you can see I can only move along with it. If I click and drag that just a little bit, I have more free reign to do whatever I need to do. So that's what the actual pointer finger does. The mouse click right here, the mouse arrow, allows you to actually zoom in to things. You can zoom out as well. You can zoom in, and that's pretty much what its job is, to be able to allow you to take a specific from right here to right here and zoom in on that area. The trend line is what you use to draw trends. You can see that I already have mine a little bit custom set, and you can do that by going to edit properties, changing these. I always have the label position on the left. I never do show the label though on trend lines, but I always have my right extension on. This is a great way for me to draw broadening formations and get some really, really crucial information that I want out of my broadening formations. So there we go. So that would be what my trend lines look like. Now you can have those set any kind of way that you want. If you want to change the color, or you want to change dotted lines, you'd hit the edit properties. You can change the lines right here, make it solid, change the color, make it whatever you want. And then now it's pink. Now, if I do it again, you'll notice that it's blue. Why is it blue? Because whatever color you set it to, whatever style you set it at, you can click save as default, and then whatever you do from there, it will be the default. So if I had done it after this pink one, then every pink one will be a long pink straight line. if you want to get rid of things on your chart really quickly, I have a MacBook. I'm sorry to all my Windows users out there, but you'll hit Control Z or yeah, Control Z, and then one at a time, and then it will basically undo everything that you just did. That's a really helpful tip as well. And then the last one that I use more than anything else is going to be the price level. So with the price level, you just double click and then it's going to give you the price level over here. So I'm actually going to go to a different chart right now so that it doesn't have anything else that I did over there. Okay, so if I wanted to mark the high in this, boom, I just double click the top of the wick and it tells me right over here, 34647. You can edit these properties and you can edit this to be any color that you want, any style that you want. I have my right extension on, and I also have my price set to the right as well. Show price on the right. So you hit OK. And you can add this anywhere. And anywhere you add it, it's going to give you exactly what that price was. Now, let's say we zoom in, and I want to know what it was for the bottom of the wick. And I also want to know what it was for the bottom of the real body. Well, now I can actually get this data from, exactly what it was. And same thing with the high of the body, same thing with the high of the wick. I can get all the data that I want to get and know exactly the price without having to guess any sort of information. So that's why I like to personally have the open, it's OHLC, open, high, low, close. That's why I like to have that on. It is a little jumpy, but I don't really find myself personally drawing things in the middle of the chart that aren't connected to something that has to do with the actual candlestick. So I want my drawings to snap to the candlesticks. So that is the complete tutorial. I'll try to make this as quick as possible for you. Everybody, I hope you learned a lot. I hope that this helps you set everything up to be really, really easy for you so that you can have the ultimate success in your trading journey. Thank you so much. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Remember, everything will be in the Google Docs right here in the description. So just click on that at the bottom and it'll take you to everything that I was personally looking at. And over time, I will continue to add things. And anything coding wise that has to do with codes, I'll do in another video. But for now, we'll just stick with the copy and pasting the actual links. So thank you so much. May the Heavenly Father bless you and you have a great trading journey.